Hi Debbie, how are you?
My darling honey, how are you?
Long time no hear.
Well, that's because you've been on the other side of the globe working. Oh, I'm so.
Good to hear your voice. Where
Oh,
are you now?
I'm in LA. I'm in Culver City. I'm at home.
Yeah, wow. I miss Culver City.
I miss seeing you. That's what I miss.
Well, I was just telling Carlos that whatever you plan in life, something bigger will happen and will change all your plans.
That's for sure. Oh my God. So how have you been? Have you been good?
Yes. I got the COVID when there was no vaccination, and it was very heavy actually. But I am fine now, and I'm happy that it was tough, I have to say. And I feel like now because it was almost like, you lose your life because I was, hospitalized.
Oh,
But after that, and I wasn't, Debbie, I wasn't in panic. I felt like, so, okay, if this is the end, this is the end, But and now I feel every second I'm living is just an extra.
oh. Well, I can't.
Because then you appreciate life more.
Oh, absolutely. I think the entire pandemic, hopefully, will have made a lot of people realize that and appreciate what they have a little bit more. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed because I know you had to shut down HUDA'S Salon because of COVID. This film is, and I'm so glad you got to go back and finish the film because this is another riveting film, honey. You've done another wonderful job with this film.
Thank you. I was hoping that I will get. I was really hoping to make a movie about women in the Middle East, and I will be like touching this correctly, and I'm glad to hear that women in general felt more connected to the movie than men.
Yeah.
Especially like women in the Arab world, in some screening, when the light goes on and I look to the faces of women and I see the nightmare they went through, because they are the one who will feel this the most. Although I am sensitive, still I can't live that experience, because it's different, it's a different body, it's a different mindset. But I'm happy that I could put myself in the situation in an honest way, that women were pleased by this movie. Let's say not pleased in a negative sense,
Right.
in a positive sense.
Well, I have to say, I think you really captured the female perspectives extremely well. So well, honey. Huda is a fascinating character. Reem is fascinating. And I love how you have melded strength, sacrifice, regret, betrayal, and manipulation with each woman. And I love seeing how you follow through where Huda looks at what she does as empowering women to a large degree. And we see that taking shape in Reem. So you get justification for the different perspectives that we have. But you also get the questioning. You give the questioning. Okay, well, maybe the means justifies the end, but does it really? And you give us a lot of food for thought by the time this film ends. But I was riveted. I could not look away from this film, from these characters, and how darn beautiful the film looks. Your cinematography is again gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you. You know, like I wanted to explore thematically the contradiction in life, like how evil can't exist without good, and how betrayal can't exist without loyalty. So also in cinema, I want to explore the contradicted point of view, you know, the subjective point of view, the objective point of view. But most importantly, I want to use this idea of shooting the whole movie in one shot, every scene in one shot, where you are stuck in time and place. So I want, but with this, I couldn't go, because in the beginning I thought I will make about one character, like what happens, like she will be victim, but later she will be victimizing. But then you have to go back in time. So I wanted to make a movie where you are feeling you are stuck in time and place without having a flashback. This is why Huda and Reem, they are like, Huda is the flash forward of Reem, and Reem is the flashback of Huda. And they are flash forward and flashback are contradiction, but in this movie they have a touch point.
Yes.
This is why I like the whole movie is about the touch point between contradiction in everything.
And it comes across so beautifully because you see them, they're two sides of the same coin. One going forward, one going backwards, and then reversing at points. It's really, I love what you did with that construct. So well done. Once again, you really have this ability, Hani, to nail perfectly those contradictions in characters. It comes across so clearly here. But what you also introduce here that I find so interesting is the baby. The baby, Reem holds on to that baby for, 80% of the film. She's holding that baby, almost like a security blanket and protecting at the same time. But then when you have Yusuf lock her in the house and take the baby, it also tells us, oh my God, the cycle is going to perpetuate itself because he now took this baby. So that really jumps us further ahead into the future, and also taking us backwards, knowing what he's going to do with little Lena. It's so fascinating how you did this.
You captured it very right. You know, the baby is the symbol of the future, the hope, the innocent. And we are like really clumping to that, because this is like, without hope there is no life. Without innocent there is like hell. So the baby was like her, as you said, like her protection.
Yeah.
Till it's been taken, and then indeed when the hope has been taken, and and the innocent being killed, cruelty will perpetuate itself.
Yeah.
It's exactly, you captured exactly how I meant it.
Yeah, I just love that. But I gotta ask you, how was it working with a baby?
There is 4 babies, you know, in the movie. It's not one.
Well, you could tell by the hair on the baby's head that you.
Yes. You see, you saw it. Good. You're the first one.
Oh.
Nobody saw it.
Oh, please! Did you think I wouldn't see that? Of course I did. I knew you had.
Sure.
But
it was like, because first of all, you can't work with a baby more than, you can't have a mother with a baby more than 6 hours on set. And we are shooting 12 hours. So you have to have two shifts. But also in the same shift, you can't have one baby, because if she's crying or if she's like sleeping or I don't know what, you need a stand-in. So we had like 4 babies every scene, every day. 4 mothers will be like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon with us, and I felt very sorry, because these babies are, like sometimes, I'll tell you a nice story about this. So, the actress agreed to be filmed naked, yes, when she was stripped from her clothes.
Yep.
But I meant to, when she goes home, you remember she started to strip her girl to change her, But I stopped filming when the girl become naked, because usually it's very innocent to show a naked baby, because there is nothing sensual about it. But I felt it's going to be violation of that girl somehow.
Yeah.
Because she is so vulnerable, and it's not her decision to be filmed, while the actress, it's her decision to be filmed.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I had a problem with the babies, because whatever you do, you are very scared that you're gonna harm them, because it's not their choice to be in the movie.
No, I think you made a very wise decision there. And something else I noticed you did with the babies, and this is also because you got 4 different babies. So much of the baby, the head is nestled in Reem's neck and shoulder, so we don't see the face. So much of the film, we don't see the baby's face. We'll see the little hands. And then I think you had either 1 or 2 of the babies, you actually gave us the little smiley face. A few times we get to see how cute and adorable the baby is. But it is that innocence. And I'm so glad that you decided to stop and not show because everybody goes, oh, a naked little baby, they're so cute. But in the context of this film, I don't think that would have worked had you done that.
Yes, and also, indeed, I didn't want to show a lot of the baby, except one time where you fall in love.
Yes.
When she's looking to her mother, in a very cute way. So when I got that, I felt like this is enough, because this is what are we longing to, because the rest of the situation are so intense that the face of the baby will disturb the intensity.
Yeah.
So I mostly she's trying to hide, the mother is trying to hide the face of the baby from the horrifying situation that she's in. This was the cinematic meaning of it, why I did not show a lot of the baby, the face. But one time, I show it one time in order to give you a sense of innocence, and that's it. And the rest of the film is very tense. This is why, let's say, the mother is protecting her girl to face the horrible situation she's in.
Well, and what this also does is it ties directly to Huda's whole thing of pulling the photograph and not wanting Hassan to see the photograph of Reem. It's analogous to what Reem is doing with the baby, protecting, hiding the face. Nobody can see. Huda takes the photograph to hide Reem's face. I love that analogous situation that you developed there.
Yes, exactly. Wow, you saw it very rightly. Because actually the Polaroid is the cinematic connection between the underground and the above the ground. Yes. So so that picture is as if indeed is the innocent Reem, and Huda is trying to hide her from the cruelty of the war.
Yeah.
Exactly like the analogy. And the only it's as if it's a ticking bomb, the picture. Because if it's under the ground, hidden by Huda, is it's safe. At the moment it's being discovered and going up, and being by the guys, it's going it's a ticking bomb. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. So that, yeah, I use that as a cinematic connection between the underground and the above the ground.
I love the two locations that you have. You have essentially it's just the two. It's Reem's apartment, and then we have the underground, the interrogation underground. And I have to say, your use of color is so exquisitely chosen for both of these, and both of these locations. Yes, underground, it's cold, it's callous, it's shadowy, it's hidden. But by the same token, Reem's own apartment, her home, is the same way. Paint is chipped. There are bars and locks at the windows. The door locks from the outside, so she's locked in. There too, here again, it might be above ground and one might be below ground, but it's very confining, very claustrophobic to the women in each situation. And I just love how you structured that, and then the actual visual production design of each of them with color is just stunning.
Yeah, exactly. Like uh, when I start working with a production designer, uh, indeed we came up with this idea of underground, above the ground, where almost, although it's a different lighting, they feel identical.
Mm-hmm.
And also by contradiction in colors, because actually we played in even in contradiction with colors. Actually blue contradict red, but we try to make a touch point between these two contradictions. As all what I did in the movie, it's like the whole movie is about the touch point between good and bad, between like flash forward and flash back, flash forward and flash back, between a good betrayal and reality, between subjective point of view of the camera and objective point of view, but also in color they have a touch point, the blue and the red, and we played in that palette of the touch point between contradicted colors, like red and blue.
I got one big question for you then with this one, Hani. What drove you? Because I know this movie, I know HUDA'S SALON stems from a real incident, and I'm sure more than one real incident that happens in the region. So I'm curious, what made now the right time for you to tell this story?
Actually, accidentally, uh, my wife asked me to if I know she's a writer too, and she wanted to write a story about women in Palestine, and I told her this article I read, and she said, "This is an article. Like, what is the story here? How you?" And I didn't know, but next time I told her the outline I thought about, and she said, "Why? My God, this is like you." Because always I put any story I came upon to, I put it in a thriller genre, as unconsciously, and it's like if my wife did not ask me that day about this story, I won't remember it because I read it 20 years ago, the article, but it's stuck in my mind, and actually it's by luck. If my wife did not ask me that day, I won't make. I was willing to do another story about. Actually, I was preparing or writing a movie about a wedding singer in Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came up with the story, realized that, oh my God, this is more intense, more important. This is like, it's my responsibility also to tell the story. So the accident made me realize that what I should do actually next.
Well, I'm so happy you told this story and that you made this film. I really love this film, honey. And as you said, all of your films have a thriller element to them. This is just where your mind goes. You're captivated by stories like this.
Probably, like, yeah, I'm now 60 and I'm trying to analyze my previous work, and indeed, like, probably because I feel like the genre thriller allows you to make audience more engaged, but let them think about crucial, you can make them think about crucial existential, let's say, themes.
Yeah.
So you can let them think, and as you said in the beginning, there is so many material to think about.
Yeah,
And I believe the genre thriller makes intensify that thinking.
Absolutely. And when this film ends, you are thinking about this film. I could not get it out of my mind, Hani. There, you have so many issues here, internal issues, sense of geopolitical issues, the emotionality that's involved. You think, you do not stop thinking about this film once you see it.
Yeah, I believe because thankful to the genre thriller, I believe.
Yeah.
And also, yes, it's like when you write, like the explanation to that is that when the genre is intensifying the experience, but also when your character are real and honest to reality, and when your theme is interesting, you can get like in all these things can kind of a guarantee for a good movie, I believe.
You've done it again, my friend. That's all I can tell you. You've done it again.
Thank you, Debbie. Next time in LA, we will connect, and maybe we can have drinks and talk more.
Oh God! And I hope that'll be soon. I hope I get to see you in town soon.
I hope so. I don't have yet a plan to go to LA, but you never know.
Well, then get to work. Get to work. Oh, honey, I miss you, my friend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Debbie. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.